Okay, welcome back. Now, if you will, turn with me to page number 46. We just got finished talking about, we went through the baseball diamonds, and we just got finished talking about meeting Jesus, loving Jesus, and serving Jesus. Now we're going to go back on page 46, and we've got another blank diamond. But in this part, we're going to write meet people, love people, and serve people. And so that is now what we're going to talk about. We've talked about meeting, loving, and serving Jesus. Now we're going to talk about meeting, loving, and serving people. Well, in order to meet people, what do we have to do? We have to be exposed to people, right? So what are you doing to put yourself in a position to be around people? I think sometimes we don't share the gospel with people simply because there are no people for us to share the gospel with, because we have chosen to isolate ourselves. Listen, as a Christian, you are not called to isolate yourself from the rest of the world. You are called to be in the world, but not of the world. That's what we are called to be. So in order for us to minister to people, we have to meet people. In order to meet people, we need to be exposed to people, okay? Now, you may be watching this and you may be like me, you're an introvert. You say, Preston, it's hard for me to meet people. It's hard for me to talk to people. Well, pray about that, number one. But you have friends or you have trusted family members that you can go and ask them for help and ask them for wisdom. Hey, how are you able to have conversations with strangers and all of those things, right? But either way, we need to be exposed to people in order to meet them. Now, after we've met people, we need to get to know them. We can't love somebody we don't know. But the more we get to know people, the more we will begin to naturally love them. So once we meet them, get to know them. As we get to know them, we will begin to love them. As we love them, we'll begin to develop an empathy for them. Empathy is nothing more than me being able to put myself in your shoes and to live life your way for a moment through your eyes and say, wow, if I were going through that situation, whatever that situation may be, I would feel like this. That's what empathy means. So as we meet people, we get to know them. The more we get to know the people, the more we will begin to love them. The more we love the people, the more we will develop an empathy towards them, which will then make us naturally motivated to serve people. And as we serve people, then we earn the right to be heard. I think sometimes we try to share the gospel with people without earning the right to be heard. People don't care what you know until they know that you care, right? And so let's meet people. Let's get to know them by falling in love with them. And as we love them more, we'll develop an empathy towards them. As we develop that empathy towards them, we'll want to serve them. We'll have a desire to serve them. And as we serve people, we will begin to earn the right to be heard so that we can share the gospel. And once again, we do all of that. Look at the pitcher's mound. We do all of that through our interests. So in just a moment, we're going to learn more about how we can discover and leverage our interests for the glory of God. But for now, this is how we round the bases. We meet Jesus, we love Jesus, we serve Jesus. And then we meet people, we love people, and we serve people. That's what we are called to do as the ecclesia, as those who have been called to represent Jesus.